Where's Ross from Ripple? Hey, come on down. You guys have been in the news lately. Has anyone heard of what happened with Ripple? Hands up. A few of you. We're gonna get the lowdown. So I guess we emailed each other what we were gonna kind of talk about and stuff. But feel free to tell us more about what you do over there and just what's the latest and greatest.
Hey everybody, it's Eri from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and that was a teaser. That's a video that I'll be uploading where Ross Edward from Ripple made a visit to the Australian DeFi meetup group, and it's a great presentation. I hope to get him to speak at the Wave of Innovation XRP Gold Coast 2024. Mark your calendars, everyone. That takes place in March. And now I'm going to have you listen to Nicholas Steger. He's been on my channel twice over the years, the first time back in 2019, because his company, Flash FX, was one of the first 5 enterprise RippleNet and ODL, on-demand liquidity, which uses the digital asset XRP, users. He has a savings for his users that is out of this world. Have a listen.
FlashFX is an innovative global payments platform that wants to change how money moves around the world. We use the latest digital payments technologies, including the blockchain, to bring efficiency, speed, and cost savings to the international transfer process. I'm Nicholas Steger, the founder of FlashFX. Founded in 2016, FlashFX revolutionizes where banks have stagnated. We have embraced and employed innovative technologies like blockchain to create a payments infrastructure that brings about change. For the consumer and business segment, our platform can transfer money in real time, taking only a few minutes to reach its destination. It also costs the user up to 500% less in transaction fees, which if you're transferring, say, $10,000, equates to about $400 in saving. For financial institutions who integrate with us via RippleNet and APIs, we have the ability to move thousands of transactions and large volumes to beneficiaries in Australia and overseas, harnessing the same real-time benefits where possible.
How do we do this? We have superior technology. FlashFX is a cloud-native international digital payments platform designed from the outset to be efficient and automated, both from the user as well as internal operational point of view.
We innovate with blockchain. We're an early adopter of Ripple's blockchain technology, making transactions faster, cheaper, and more efficient by using the blockchain as a highway for connecting real-time domestic payment systems.
Moving right along, I think a lot of you saw that Sentiment posted XRP having some major utility spikes at the start of the month. I do believe it was for the snapshot that was taken for the Evernode Evers token. Now remember, if you don't want to participate and take that second step to claim your ownership, don't worry, you don't have to do anything more. If you do, the instructions are coming from Evernode shortly. I did confirm my space for the event that's going to take place in New York City, the Big Proper Party by Ripple. It's going to be held at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is in the Garment District, well, just next to the Garment District in Manhattan. Look at this venue. It is really beautiful. Here's a shot of it packed. Yeah, I imagine there'll be this many people showing up to that party. Okay, let me jump to a Ripple webinar where there is a Ripple partner that kind of lays out the future of tokenization. It's mind-blowing.
In this future world, we all will have perfectly diversified portfolios of financial and non-financial assets. We'll be able to hold pieces of Rembrandt and have our toes somewhere in an emerging technology business in China. Everything will be possible for us. And everything will be tokenized to the limit where there will be no need to change assets or these pieces of ownership into cash or some medium of exchange. So that when you want to buy or obtain some item, you just exchange it to another item. And this exchange of item to an item regardless if it's financial or non-financial, will not require a medium of exchange. That's the world of ultimate liquidity. But that's very futuristic, but that's where we should be aiming to. In the meantime, I believe that the concepts of automated market makers, which are proliferating in distributed exchanges, I think they could be taken into mainstream and applied to the places like, usual marketplaces, which right now are being intermediated by intermediaries, which are living in these semi-transparent worlds and extracting value. And maybe we, as citizens of the world, we can not only be just buyers and sellers, but we could be, for example, market makers of those tokenized assets. And if I have excess liquidity of something, I can just put it into the pool and facilitate transactions for the people which I have no idea that they even exist, and that they engage in those transactions. So that's my vision.
That was Marius Jurgilas, the Senior VP at SuperHow. That's the group behind Axiology, which is taking a venture into tokenization with bonds and shares with Ripple on the XRP ledger. From that same webinar, I'm going to have you listen to Brad Chase, the head of liquidity products at Ripple. Here's something that I think is very important to understand. With tokenization, there's going to be countless ways to tokenize assets on a wide variety of platforms and protocols. Ripple is just one infrastructure option. Now, they do have some differentiating tools that make it very compelling. For example, Liquidity Hub. And then they have the new acquisition they made of Metako, which is for custody. Then the XRP ledger has that built-in decentralized exchange. There's trust lines. There's the fast, low-cost settlement, which is quite appealing. And then soon, the coming automated market maker. So when you think about all the real-world assets that are going to be tokenized, one has to ask how many will actually come over to the Ripple infrastructure.
Last question here, and then we're going to wrap things up. And this is probably more for Brad. How can Ripple's infrastructure enhance the efficiency and scalability of asset tokenization, especially for global assets like real estate, art, and equity?
Yeah, so Ripple, you can think of two parts of Ripple. So one is the enterprise solutions that we bring to customers today, which again is cross-border payments capability that leverages blockchain for efficiency and on-demand value transfer across borders. Liquidity Hub that enables you to tap in and as a business buy, sell, and hold digital assets. And then we've actually recently, as a company, acquired Metako, which is a custody provider. So some of those elements that I shared earlier about liquidity, custody, cross-border payments, those are things that Ripple's infrastructure enables. We don't specifically have the solution that's the real estate solution or the art solution or specific types of tokenized assets. But we believe that those core technology capabilities like Liquidity Hub to be able to kind of manage, trading these funds or, in the future, different tokenized assets against crypto, the on and off ramps that come from our payments business. But then coming at it from the other side, Ripple also contributes to open source, particularly XRP Ledger, which has kind of native capabilities for NFTs. Since the beginning of the XRP Ledger over a decade ago, it's had the ability to issue and manage tokens and trust lines that enable how they can be transacted with other parties on the system. And so, I think the way Ripple, our strategy is about to have, enterprise offerings and these core primitives that lets you interact with these capabilities. But for maybe a business or specific use case, you would be leveraging either XRP Ledger or other blockchain technologies that would then plug back into our kind of more standardized enterprise infrastructure.